Morning, guys. Happy morning, Mate. John here at Casa Horizon during rainy season in Nicaragua. We're on Playa Escameca, and something I want to talk about today is nature. Does nature get anxiety? And it was something that I was thinking about last night. I was sitting here last night in the middle of a rainstorm. Big thunderstorm came in, and I came out here, turned off all the lights, just wanted to sit in nature. And for me, it's a great time to manifest and put those intentions out, especially when it's raining, because the earth's opening up to receive, and so you can kind of plant those intentions and those ideas into that nice smell of petrichor, that nice smell of the soil and things opening up. And so I sat out here, and these big booms of thunder and things were coming in, and poor Finn, our beach dog Finn here, meow, was so scared, and he was just shaking, he was trembling, and he was getting so freaked out. It was such anxiety. And so I was like, oh man, I wonder if all the other animals are feeling like this too. Are they freaking out? Are they wondering what the heck's going on? Finn's probably wondering, like, oh man, there's this giant bulldog, this giant dog or god up in the sky, spelled the same backwards, like booming and speaking out and getting all upset at everybody. Or what are the birds thinking? What are the other animals thinking? What are the monkeys thinking? And what are the trees thinking? Do plants get freaked out? Do trees get scared? Do they get anxious? Do they get anxiety? And so that was something that was going through my head and trying to think about that. And I feel like we've all seen plants and trees get stressed out. If they're not getting watered, if they're not getting if they're getting too much sun, or if they're whatever, if there's not something right in the soil, you can see them getting stressed out. But do they get anxiety? And that's an interesting question, because I know they don't have, I believe that plants and nature is conscious, but not necessarily with the mind, not necessarily with that monkey brain ticking around and putting things in past, present, and future, and all those things that often create that anxiety, right? Plants and nature is perpetually present. There's so much presence there. And for me, presence is the opposite of anxiety. Presence is the antithesis of anxiety. You're super present, you're super ready, you're there. Anxiety is dealing with being upset over the past and reliving it, or worrying about the future and bringing it to that you're never really present. So for me, nature is always so present. And they also, for me, I think they live on a different timeline. They don't live linearly, it's all cyclical. So it's all in one big circle. It's not just this one straight line of this is your life and it goes. It's like, no, it's that perpetual evolution. They know that they're kind of one of many chapters within the life of a tree or the species, and they too will pass and they'll do their thing, and then they're going on, and it's, the seasons of from the setting sun to the next year, to spring to fall, to all these types of things. So I feel like they're so present that that they're able to just kind of, they're always just moving forward as best they can. It's that presence of pushing through for evolution and trying out new ways without being worried about whether it works or not. It's just like, if it does, great. Like, it's just they're doing that. And I feel that's the difference with humans and even with animals. I think animals have a bit more of that instinct. They're a bit more on that level of being present, but animals still have minds, and they still have that psyche, that thing that they're get them all worried about. And the interesting thing too is that we relate to dogs so much. Looking at your dog in the eyes, and they've evolved to be relatable to us, so that we can feel them when they're worried, or when they're anxious, or when they're loving, and whatever. And a lot of that has to do with their eyebrows too. I was reading about that the other day. The dogs have evolved to be able to raise their eyebrows in different ways, so that they can relate to us and that they can communicate with us. And wolves don't even have that. Wolves aren't able to move the inside of their eyebrows the same, where they get that puppy dog look, right, that our dogs get. So maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need to go and paint some eyebrows on the trees, so that we can relate with them a little bit more and understand when they are stressed and when they are going through some issues. And maybe that'll help us be more present with nature too. So anyway, some thoughts for you here today from Nicaragua. You guys have a great day, and hopefully you are able to find yourself in some nature, in some trees, put some intentions out there, put that manifestation for your reality that you want to live in, and get rid of that anxiety by being present and being in nature. So enjoy. Much love from Casa Horizon here in Nicaragua.